Hey guys, what is up? It is the Glitch Guy here, bringing you another showcase of a mod or a tutorial, glitch, whatever you want to call it, of bringing any custom vehicle, getting infinite money, infinite ammo, all that stuff, into GTA 5. Right here we have the Police Riot. It is in matte black, not the normal colors as you see here. Usually it would say SWAT on the side. And we're going to show you what it basically has 100% armor and everything. This glitch will help you in the future to get these cars onto GTA Online. That is right, we can get it in, and I'll upload a video later today, but when you usually put them in, they'll spawn right about here. They'll spawn in the road, and to show that it's 100% armor, I'm just going to toss a few sticky bombs on here and blow it up and show you that it actually still works. So I'll throw 4 of them on, and we'll wait for this car to get out of the way so they don't die. That'd be kind of sad. And boom. There you go. It still works. It's still functioning. As you can see, it says the LSPD on the front, and it's got a matte black paint job, which is pretty nice. See how it's functioning there. It works just fine. And a vehicle like this, as long as it fits in Michael's garage, as you saw before, you can bring into GTA Online. That is how modders and glitchers and all that stuff bring in these custom vehicles. And I'll show you, and I'll upload a video tomorrow on just how you can do that. That is right. You can do it yourself and not have to worry about somebody else doing it for you. And wow, that guy is pretty concerned. Anyways, so right now we're gonna show you how you're gonna do this. The first step you're gonna need to do in order to do this is find any random car. It doesn't matter what the car looks like, it doesn't matter what license plate it has. As long as it fits in Michael's garage, it'll be just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and grab a random car off the streets. These cars decide to stop once in a while. And of course he's pulling out right as they walk away. Alright. Oh, this white car right here looks fine. So what you're going to do is steal it, just how you normally steal a car, I guess. Tell the guy to get out, get all sassy. And drive it into Michael's garage, and I will tell you what to do from there. So you're going to bring it up in through here, wait for the gates to open. Doesn't matter how much you smash it, doesn't really matter. And I already have a star, that's fine. We can get rid of that star while modding. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring it into your garage like so. It doesn't matter what direction it's facing. And now you're going to want to note the license plate number. And that license plate says 20R0TAA7. Basically something that looks like that. You're going to want to need to know that. And as that garage closes, you can go ahead and open up your phone and click on auto save or quick save. And choose a save. Now I have lots of grassroots because I've done this for multiple different cars. Plus I wanted to save it so there's an unmodded version. And you're going to wait for that to save. And when it's done saving, hopefully by then you can go over and see, there it is in the garage right there. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to your storage, all the way over in settings, system and storage, and you're gonna want to import your own memory unit. That's right. USB you can really configure how you want it. Basically 324 kilobytes is all it needs to have for one save. So what you want to do is you're going to go down to GTA 5 and you're going to click on whichever save you have. Now today is 11-16, it's Saturday, so we're going to look for that save on our Xbox. If you scroll down, there it is right there, and we're going to go ahead and click on that, copy it over to our configured USB. Now you can get rid of all these configurations later. You're just going to copy it over, wait for it to copy, and then you're good to go, and you should have it on your USB device. If you click here and you look, there are 2 different saves there. One of them is from the 10th. We can get rid of that actually. Now we have only the one save here. So what you're going to do from here is you're going to bring the USB device onto your computer, and I'll show you basically the mods and everything you're going to use for that, and I'll see you guys on the computer. Okay, now that you've brought your game save over to computer, if we go over here and we have our removable disks, you can see that if you don't have hidden files, you won't actually see anything at all. But it has the Xbox 360 and all of this data. Now that's entirely useless without the use of the program called Horizon. I will provide download links in the description. Basically, you need to sign up for this. It's a login and sign up thing. You make a quick little account. It honestly doesn't matter. It's not like it's a bad program or anything, but it's going to bring up this menu here. It's going to be used for most of your profile modding, not necessarily mods, but like if you saw my theme I was just talking about before, this is where you would go to do it, and they have all these games up here. They have options. So what you're going to do is you're going to plug in your flash drive that you've configured. It'll have this whole list, and right now it'll only say how much you've had before. You're going to go ahead and click on Games, Grand Theft Auto, and then there is your save. You can extract the selected file to a chosen location. Now what I do is normally when I bring in a car, I'll save it into a folder such as this. I have tons of saves, but they're all duplicate saves of each other. So what I'm going to do is you can type in modified dump. We'll just do dump for now, and I'll show you what the dump looks like. Oh, we already have a modified dump, so we'll put in modified van. We'll just put in modified van, and we'll go into it later. So you go ahead and click on that and save your file here. It should say save successfully. If it doesn't, then you're gonna have a little bit of problems in the future. The next program we're gonna need to download is again provided in the description. This is Xbox Mods. Sorry, this is where I save my files. It's gonna call GTA 5, GTA V, whatever you want to call it. Whatever I have my MediaFire file downloaded to, this is what it's gonna be called. You want to make sure the version, if you download or had one before, it's version 2.0.0.4. In case this video gets old, they might update it to a newer version for more features. But when you download it, Norton 360 or whatever like spyware, malware, computer programs that you have, they're gonna pick that up as bad. Just go ahead, and it's not a bad program. Obviously, I have it open here, and it's not destroying my computer. So go ahead and let that through. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in that file of the modified van, and we're going to go ahead and open up this folder, and there it is. It's going to see, you're going to see down here, it's loading missions, loading all that stuff, stocks, characters. It's going to load all your stats, from the amount of cops you killed to the car sitting in your garage that you remember the license plate to. Going to load all the characters. Now, the bigger the file, or the bigger the vehicle, the longer it's going to take to load. I've noticed. If you have a large vehicle that you've already modded, see, like I already had the star from before. What you're going to do is you're going to select Michael by using these select buttons here, because he is what you're using last, and he is the only one you can really glitch the car into, because the other two don't have garages accessible by their house. So when you spawn in, you can at least access his garage. To edit the vehicle that was in your garage, you click on this little modify your current vehicle now. Now right now it's actually not, oh here we go, it's glitched out here. It's not actually appearing, but this is fine. This is perfectly fine because we had the SWAT van from before. Normally though, you will notice, that should say thank actually, but normally you will notice is that it'll say whatever car type that was that I had before and the license plate. That's why I said save it. So if I brought in a different save file from before, I can go ahead and close, and I can actually open up a different save file of something simple like the police cruiser or the modified buffalo. That's the police buffalo. So I can go ahead and bring that in. Now with your save file, you should make sure that there's a car in there. It shouldn't say none, because if it says none, then you should try to go back and put in the car, but you can really edit it here and it won't really affect too much. So again, he has a star here in this police buffalo one, and I remember doing this, and police buffalo, there it is with the license plate Nick from the video. So what we want to bring in, we can bring in any of these vehicles. I have a list on my actual channel. It says car mod list, and that has this whole list of cars. They offer stuff like, for instance, the freight container and trains. They don't do anything, so I'll show you, but they're kind of useless. You have the space docker here, the diesel locomotive. I've brought that in before, and you just spawn underneath the map, and you can't do anything with it. So you can bring in anything here. What I was planning on bringing is a dump to show you what the dump does. Now the dump you can't actually mod into the game with this version, with this attempt at bringing it in, because the dump won't fit in Mike's garage, nor will it fit through the gates. To modify a dump, you're going to need a different method of doing this, like an ISO mod or something like that, which basically means taking apart your Xbox. So we're going to go ahead and do the dump, and then we're going to put, here we're going to put BHD, because that's part of my gamer tag here. And then Here's another thing I wanted to add. If you're ever doing a police car and you wanted to keep the normal colors, the normal scheme, you're going to want to set the colors to ice white, metallic ice white, pearlescent ice white, because that maintains the same exact scheme. There is no none option. If you can see, there's no none. You can change it to chrome, but for our dump, I'm going to change this to chrome, of course, because it's a chrome dump. It's pretty awesome. And then we can choose a pearlescent of like matte yellow. I have no idea how that looks. Secondary color, this will only apply to certain cars that have a secondary color option. The cars that don't have a secondary color option, this won't appear. But if you do know, you can just put in a random one and then expect it to come in later. So we can do metallic orange. I just saw it at the time. Armor is pretty self-explanatory. You can choose to upgrade to 100%. That's what I use on the police vehicles. Brakes, again, race brakes. Engine, you can choose level 4. Horn, here's the fun part. You can choose any horn you want. I can choose musical 5 for this giant dump, and I'll show you what it does. Lights, you can choose xenon. Xenon are pretty much preferred because they're brighter. Now the plate, you can choose any of the blue on whites. Default blue on white 2 is usually what all of them are. So you can go ahead with that one. And then the roll cage, again, this is something that won't apply to all vehicles, but you can set it to that. And then once you use this program, it'll actually save your last settings no matter what thing you do. So say you wanted to modify all different kinds of cars, but you didn't want to do this every time, it'll save these settings because you can tell that they're all set to like race and things like that because I've already used it. Transmission, obviously self-explanatory. Turbo tuning doesn't apply to all vehicles. Like the character vehicles are like the mission vehicles. For instance, the mariachi van that I brought in for Dynasty, it did not have a option for well, it didn't have the turbo tuning. You can hear it wouldn't go in because it's a character. It's a mariachi band. It's part of a mission, Strangers and Freaks. So basically, sometimes it won't work, sometimes it will. Normal cars like police cars will work. And then the windows, you can choose it limo. That's the darkest. The wheels, the only thing you cannot customize is bulletproof tires. If you wanted to bring in bulletproof tires, and I haven't confirmed this necessarily, don't buy, but bring in a random car to the garage. Give it bulletproof tires to start with, and then when you modify the type of car, I don't know if this works because I haven't tried it more than once, but the one time I did, it sort of worked, but it wasn't enough to confirm. You can choose custom tires, and then tire smoke. Here's my favorite thing. Instead of just default tire smokes, you can choose any color on the color wheel, and it'll pick closest to it. So say you wanted this teal color, like a darker teal color, it'll put that in there. It goes by that. Wheel type, you can choose. I haven't tried on normal vehicles a different front and back. I feel like that'll glitch out the game or lag it. But you can try bringing in different wheels because you can choose between stock and things like that. So say I brought in like the Cheetah RR here, and then like the Split 10. I don't know what it does, so I usually just choose the same thing. Because it's a dump, it will not expand these wheels, and chances are it'll actually go back to the default wheels. On normal vehicles, if you saw my undercover police car, I modded the wheels because that's what I brought in for me, not somebody else. The wheel color, you can choose from all the drop downs. Normally I go with black or black steel because it's the sleekest looking, but you can choose anything like baby blue. I'll just choose baby blue to show. And this is all the car options. Now that's just car options. Here we can actually go through, we can choose God mode. We can go, and this is my favorite thing, right? You click here, it'll get all weapons. But if you go down here, you can max out your certain abilities. You can max out your cash, so it's $2 billion. And keep in mind, I'll show you a little thing here. It'll show on Social Club all these stats that you modify, all your money. It's gonna show on Social Club. If you look pretty much anywhere, I'll show you later, but basically it will. Now this is the tailgater. This is your default vehicle that you normally have. This is Michael's car, if you saw that outside, where it's like the matte yellow or matte gray. There it is, matte light gray. Metallic black pearlescent is actually the default. Metallic white gives it like a little white glare. So you can choose metallic black and it'll look the sleekest. Then the ammunition here, you can actually choose to max out all the ammo for all your guns. So you can choose all attachments and then see how it adds all the attachments there. You can max out the ammo. Now this won't actually appear. It'll be like 99,000. the game won't register that many bullets. Another thing I noticed with RPGs, if you decide to max them out, it'll glitch. So once you shoot the one, it'll like start lagging your game. So you have to switch to a different weapon and then shoot again. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. You can modify their health, their armor, and their special ability. If you double tap here, it'll actually put it to full. Again, Los Santos Customs, here's his Buffalo. So we can choose, he's also the Bagger, which is his motorcycle. So you can modify all these items, but these characters really don't matter if you're going to do the normal game save to bring online. Another thing I love here is stats. You can change their stats for like Franklin and things like that to the max stats, and this will basically make it so that you have all that ability. You can change here your deaths. So I'm gonna go here, change actually my crimes to times like my times busted. That'll appear on Social Club. Also your vehicles, you can choose near misses. I just put in like random amounts here. You can change your cash, combat, other things like that. One thing I did notice here, you can change some of this, and it'll actually give you, what do you call achievements for some of this stuff. So if we go over here to missions, you can give gold for every single mission, and it'll give you an achievement. Now I never modified that, and in one of the stats, actually you're able to modify your entire like exploration of the entire map. Like I said, it's an option. Here we go. You can complete all your stump jumps. You can find all your spaceship parts. You can unlock all missions and explore all GTA, and it'll give you an achievement if you haven't done that already. Also, it'll show you all the places you purchase. It'll give you an option to purchase it. This is all this other stuff. This is weird. Basically, this is like little things here. If you wanted, I don't know, tire smoke on and off for your car app or something like that, you can do that. And then block, it's not something you should be modifying, so just leave it there. When you're all done with your character editing and you have the vehicle you want, such as the dump right here, you're gonna go ahead and click Save File. It'll say Save was saved successfully. Let me just give him armor and take off his stars. Actually, no, I can't take off his stars. I can give him 5 stars, but there we go. Okay, save, and it'll say save successfully. You're gonna want to go back, and you're gonna basically take the same file, and you're gonna hit inject file in its place, and you say your modified van here. Well, you're gonna take that modified van, and actually what we did is we modified the police buffalo. So we're gonna bring that in. So you said it was last modified today at 11:25. It's 11:26 now. So we're gonna bring in the police buffalo one. I'm gonna have to revert that back to how it was before. But we're gonna look here. This was the save file from today. This was the police buffalo that I brought in a few days ago. So we can go ahead and delete. Actually, you know what? We'll just keep both of them. This one here is different than this one, but we'll remember that. So now we can go back to our Xbox. You can take your flash drive, and we'll start from there. So now that you rack on your Xbox here, you can go over to your storage device. Now there are 2 ways to load the save file up. One is you can copy it back over from your memory unit over to your hard drive. The other is to load the game straight up from your actual USB device. More recommended if you want to save this file and then obviously bring in a new save or things like that. I would recommend saving it onto your hard drive first in case you decide to modify different files. But then you can edit the current files. Say you wanted a little tweak here and there, you can always just keep it onto the drive. So we're going to move it over to our hard drive because it's a little bit easier and it loads a little bit faster, I've noticed in the past. And once it's done copying, you can go over and start your game. So really quickly, we'll just zoom out, and as you can see there, we chose the 1112 file because that is the file we edited. Now if we go ahead and start up Grand Theft Auto, I'm going to speed this little clip up here. So it's really fast. Let's just get through all the loading scenes and yada yada yada. RR. Watch this all load. It's a quick little process. To load this up, either way you cut it, you're going to have to load it up twice. So as you can tell here, we started with our star from before, and there's the car that we didn't edit because this was the last autosave. So what you're going to want to do from here, rather than using this save from the car here, you can see it has the same license plate and everything as well as the star. What you're going to do is go over to game, load game, and then you're going to select your storage device, whether it's on the USB or the hard drive. It doesn't matter, wherever you located it. So we're going to go over to our hard drive is where we put it. And if we go over to our grassroots, all the way down to 1112, that is the one we edited. Don't select 1113 or 1110 or whatever. I guess those are our dates, but whatever dates that are on there, make sure you selected the one that you modified, and go ahead and load that up, and wait for it to really fastly skip through and everything, and yada yada yada. Alright, now that we're here, we're in our dump. That is what we modified from before. Now sometimes you're going to have this glitch where you're going to be underneath the map and you can't move, so you just drive a little bit forward and kind of fall through and you'd spawn right up there. Basically, this is just like, it's too big to fit into Michael's garage at the time, so it's going to spawn you all the way out here. Sometimes it spawns you out on the road, other times it spawns you in different locations, but normally it won't spawn you in the actual house. So this is our chrome dump that we modified with our nice tall black wheels, and of course obviously they're not the same as the high-end wheels that we put because I guess they didn't really grow that much, and there's a Banshee stuck underneath the wheel. But so everything here is how we modified it, how we wanted it. If we climb up here, we go ahead and go inside the HVY dump as before. One thing to note, if you look at the upper right, you actually just look at the upper right there, it had the 2 billion bullets as before. So obviously those bullets were brought in when you max out ammo. So normally if you had a car and you wanted to bring this into GTA Online, you would bring it back to Michael's garage and save it from there, because obviously it's out here and you don't have it saved. Instead of doing that, and if you just want to mess around in single player, you can blow it up like that. That's right. Unfortunately, although it has 100% armor, it's still very vulnerable to explosions. So right then and there you saw an explosion, and you can see here, you can see all the 2 billion bullets for all of our rifles and everything. But no matter what, the dump is pretty much not that safe. If we ride over too many cars, it'll explode. Another thing to note, when you do modify saves like this and you have the option to click like we did, you'll have invincibility. That's why when the car blew up, Michael didn't die. That's also why I can throw these sticky bombs in close range. Well, that's not very close all the way over there, and that's kind of a fail. But if we throw it over there, it'll blow up. We have the cops on us already. And you'll notice that Michael's invincible. When we chose that option, he's just decided to be invincible. Let me just take his shots here. We can't hit that car. Here's actually where I fail completely, and I can't even kill the driver. Takes 2 shots and he won't even die. Not even that good of a sniper rifle. So as you can see here, we're taking bullets, taking complete bullets. And if you look at the bottom left-hand side, it shows the health bar not even being affected at all. What I do want to note to demonstrate is the RPG when it glitches out. If we shoot it and it starts to lag the game, I'll show you right now. Once you shoot it and you wait for the reload option, see how it completely lags, it makes that really awkward noise. What we want to do is basically just switch over to a different weapon and go back to that one. Again, if we aim up at any of these helicopters, doesn't matter what you aim, as long as you shoot, it starts to lag the game and you have to switch over to a different weapon. Such as our chain gun with 2 billion bullets. And that thing is insane. Look at that. Look at that. He blows it up instantly. So as you can tell, this is pretty successful. You can bring in any car you want. Keep in mind certain vehicles that can't be moved, that you've seen, they just can't be moved, like the train for instance. I would have shown that, but it's kind of useless. It won't do anything. It'll spawn underneath the map like you saw with the dump. It just won't be able to move it at all. Also certain things like the helicopters for instance, say you wanted to bring those online and save it into Michael's garage, what you would do is you would break off the back, and I'll have a video explaining this possibly Wednesday sometime. You would break off the back to the helicopters for them to fit. So things like skylifts you can actually bring into online, other objects like that. As you can see here, I'm taking all these bullets. I already have 5 stars and no damage done to me, so that's pretty good. So I can say this is a pretty successful mod, as you can tell here, with all the killing and the whatnot. And basically, yeah. So If you guys enjoyed, I'll post a follow-up video, I guess, on how to bring in these cars, bring in this ammunition. You can actually bring in your ammunition and drop it for other players online. So all those 2 billion bullets you can bring and drop for other characters using the online character glitch. I'll have a demonstration video on how to do that as well, because that's actually what you're going to need to use in order to bring certain items online. Also, if you notice, certain guns like this, for instance, don't have the infinite bullets. Other things that include that, I can't hit this helicopter for my life. Other things that do include not infinite is like sticky bombs and jerry can and things like that, where you can't get infinite bullets. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the late upload. I promised Saturday, but I had to watch a few annoying movies, and they weren't so bad, but we watched The Purge. It was good. So anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. If you subscribe, you'll keep up to date with all of our newer videos, and as well as all the new tips and tricks. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.